Found a nice little old town quarry. I'm gonna do a little rock picking today. See what we come across. It's an old defunct quarry that we came into. Let's see if we find any good stuff. Wifey found a really nice, beautiful, big piece of jasper. Probably take a cut to this guy, see if it's nicer inside, but we've been collecting all these bigger jaspers because we're making a nice rock garden. But this guy's got some beautiful color in it. Might be more to it. Beautiful wife working a hill here where she found the jasper. This is gonna be a fun day. Might have found a little guy right here. Tiny little guy. Thinking that's one. Cool little piece of epidote and feldspar. Well, we got lots of that at home already. We'll leave that one behind. Yeah, some smoky quartz here it looks like. Yeah. Pretty sure that's what that is. Just not fracturing right. Pretty beautiful piece of pink quartz right here. Don't know if I want to bring that home or not. It has some character, but we got a lot of this at home too. Have to think about it. Cool piece of porphyry. Little piece of agatized basalt. Problem with this stuff is it's really thin and just not even worth collecting, but yeah, and a little bit of banding in that guy. Find quite a bit around that of this around here. Tried cutting it out before, believe me, it's just not worth it. Just found this guy here. It's got a nice line of agate going all the way through it. Now this guy, I'm definitely taking home. I wonder what kind of beauty could be inside this. Clean this guy off a little more. I'm actually thinking this might be a cold water agate, which is basically an agate inside sedimentary rock. And this guy is definitely a keeper. Oh, just found a really cool piece of epidote, it looks like. Could even be some agate in there. I have to clean this off better and take a look. But yeah, this one's definitely going home too. It's got some really nice nodules in it. Worst case scenario, this thing will probably cut cool as hell. That's pretty spectacular. Another nice cool piece of porphyry. I got so much of this at home. I'm going to leave these behind. Besides, this guy's going to be a pain to dig out because it's sort of wedged in the shit. Just found and sprayed down this. It's a pretty nice piece of banded iron formation. Sorry, it's hard to get good pictures today. Sort of overcast, crappy weather, but it's got some nice bands in it. See some of them there. Believe me, the camera doesn't do it justice today. That one's going home. On another little piece of that epidote, on a little bit, I don't know if that's quartz. It's got banding in it. There's like quartz nodules. Could be some agate nodules. I'm not quite sure. I have to clean these guys up a little bit more and come to a conclusion. But it's a keeper. Okay, I was walking over to check out a great big rock that has a really cool formation on it. That'll have it on video in a second, but came across this guy. I'll wash it off when I get back, but damn weather today is just not cooperating with me. It's got some color in it. Give me a minute, I'll give a better picture. Figured the folks would get a kick out of this, but praise the Lord. This was the formation I'm talking about. Unfortunately, this rock won't be going home with us. It probably weighs 3/4 of a ton, if not more. But still pretty cool. Looking like a chunk of granite with a really cool vein that is almost a perfect cross. Whoa! Took a little dive there. But praise the Lord, everyone. Praise the Lord. Well, by the looks of it, it's some sort of brecciated or brecciated. I'm not Latin, so I don't know how to say it. Still dirty, but not what I thought it was. Still pretty cool. This one's gonna go home and get polished up too. I think there could be something nice, but not what I was expecting. I was hoping for a great big agate, but so far, just a couple tiny guys. Another cool little piece of porphyry. That one's sort of pretty. Might take that one home. It's small. The wifey just called out. She says, I gotta see. Gotta see, gotta see.
You know how I love my green.
Wow.
There's blues in here if you wash it off.
Oh, another little piece of... Oh! Butterfingers.
You.
Yeah. Cool little piece of epidote with some chalcedony in it and a couple other cool little things. And looks like she also found a brecciated piece. I dropped you that for a second. It looks very similar to mine.
That looks like...
Yeah, there could be something in these guys. Oh, yours has a lot of nodules in it.
Mm-hmm.
We know what's this in this area, that's for sure. But to take a couple home. Another cool piece of brecciated I'm taking home. I'll do an ending to this video so we have better lighting, but we're just not getting the best lighting today. But this guy's got some really cool patterns and color in it too. I know she's dirty here. Let me spray it off a little. If I can get it to sit on a dang rock. Running out of water here. It's got some cool little patterns in it. I like it. It's going home. Really nice piece of rainbow jasper. Came to look at the big piece of jasper and found a really nice rainbow piece. That guy is definitely going home with me. Most definitely. Found a cool little banded iron formation, which is basically the jasper with iron in it, but this has got a lot more iron than jasper. Boy, is this bugger heavy compared to the rest. And all that black is like a chunk of iron. Don't have much use for these guys, but I still take a few home just because. How often do you just come across a chunk of iron? Another cool piece of basalt here. A bandy agate iron, but the problem is these are just on the surface, or they don't go very deep. sad. It could be a really cool piece too. Well, and by the way, the wifey said she's walking over with another one. What does she have this time? Huh.
It's waxy on top.
Yeah. That looks like a little agate there. That is agate in there.
That's what I thought.
That is definitely agate. She found an agate. Again, the lighting here is terrible today, folks. At the end of the video, we'll do you better close-ups. And this looks like a piece of chalcedony. I know there's some basalt in here, but there's something just weird in those veins that seems a little off. I'm not quite sure. Still sort of cool looking, but I don't know what the hell I would do with this damn thing. Definitely not an agate, but still sort of cool. Yeah, I'll leave this behind for somebody else. Put it in a spot they can see it. Like right up there. Oh, where they can see it. There you go. On another piece of that, quite a bit cleaner than the other one I had. Looks like it's chalcedony with epidote veins. This one's a tinier piece. Might take that home and put it in one of my loads of big polish. Sort of looks cool. Could turn out nice. Could fall to pieces. There seems to be some fractures in that guy too. But that's the fun thing. I get to experiment. It's probably this little guy. Leaning towards potentially agate, but might be smoky quartz. It's just too smooth though. It just doesn't feel like quartz. It's just way too waxy. And that little bit of yellow staining also leans towards it. And some of the other colors. And we got some red. We got some black. This one we got to get under the good old jeweler's loupe and take a little closer look. Seeing some minor possible potential banding, but that's just way too glassy and smooth to be quartz. She said, ooh. I don't know what ooh means, but that rarely comes out of her mouth. This could be something good. She could have just fell. What's it got?
Oh, it's really dark and it has some lines in it.
Gimme, gimme, gimme.
Oh, you're looking at the wrong side. That's why I handed it. Nope.
Again, I can't even see with the camera. We're just getting bad lighting today. Again, I'll show it at the end of the video, but I'm gonna pause and take a look. Trying to get this on camera because I said, oh shit. We'll take this guy home. We'll get better lighting on it. It's got some nice banding in it. Some really nice banding. Just really, really hard to get on camera because we are in some bad lighting area. Cool little chert vein and some basalt. Not big enough to nap anything, but still a little cool little vein of church. She found another wow. Did you say it smells? Swirls. Uh-oh. Me coming up on the wifey's jackpot spot. Oh yeah, that's got, again, I don't know why my camera's acting like this. It's just not getting good color or coverage. But that's got lines and swirls in it. Pretty sure that's a piece of Great Lakes. Got some potato skin in it. And again, we'll get better pictures once I get better lighting over at the doghouse. That's a pretty rock. And I decided to stick around the wifey's jackpot spot. She found a little washout here coming off the hill, and she's pulled 2 agates out in a little bit of time. I guess we'll play around here a bit too. Nice little cutout here. Let's see what more we can find. She's got to spray me down, but she found a nice piece of banded iron, Jasper. You gonna spray me, girl?
Oh, I don't know how much water I have left here.
Ooh, yeah, that's a pretty one.
Oh, wow, yeah. Oh, she's gorgeous.
Look what we have here. Look at the lines of banding in that guy. That's a pretty little piece. That one goes in the pocket. Another nice piece of brecciated here. Actually a pretty good example of it. Nice big chunky band of quartz going through it. And another little nodules and chunks. And I don't think that's basalt on top. Thinking iron and jasper mix because it's really smooth and really hard. Nah. I don't know if I should take this one home or not. Yeah, we'll play with it. Another potential agate here. This one looks really promising. It's got that potato peel on top. This guy is definitely going to get cut. I come to join my wifey back over here by her honey hole, and I haven't found Jack Diddley squad, and she's already found 5. Go figure. Well, that one is most definitely. Most definitely.
This one,
That one's looking more like basalt, little piece of basalt. But this guy here definitely is an agate. And that guy would say chert, but he got 1 agate out of 3. That's just a chert with some sort of basalt in it or something still. Good job. First, before I call my wife over and say, what in the fuck is that? And
I see it from here.
I'm swearing on YouTube. Bring me a spray bottle.
Here.
That looks like damn turquoise, but we're about 1,000 miles from any turquoise deposits. I'm on film right now. Don't throw nothing at me. I gotta pause, folks. She's stuck on a hill. What I have found, I do believe to be a chunk of copper. Wow, look at that.
That's actually really cool.
That is freaking awesome.
I didn't even see that.
From a distance, I was like turquoise, but there's no way. That's just tarnishing. Yep, the green sort of wipes off a little. And that's heavy as hell. That is a chunk of copper. Wow. Cool. Just sprayed off and found this little guy. I should say nice sized guy. We have a malfunctioning sprayer, but oh yeah, that is smooth. That is not a, I don't know if it is a piece of quartz. It's the smoothest piece of quartz ever found. That's for sure. And I think this guy is what we're looking for. There's another one that probably needs some cutting. And I can sort of see right in there a little bit of what could be some lines. That one's definitely going home. Even if it turns out not to be agate, still a beautiful rock. Here, catch, hon. Okay, these little guys are what's, I do believe, I know my camera again, I do believe this is a greenstone. They're not as common on the mainland, but usually where you can find copper and copper mines, you'll find some of this stuff. Generally embedded in basalt. Damn it, why is the focus not working on this? Usually they're embedded in basalt, but basically, there we go. Basically, they've been known to be near the copper mines too. And after finding that chunk of copper, this could be. But even if it is, I'm not seeing the gem quality in there. It sure looks like a piece of it. Could be wrong on that. Like I said, I got a slab at home with a whole bunch of it, but we'll find out. Looks like it could be a cool piece of jasper. We found a little puddle where we can rinse some of this stuff. There's a lot of clay in this, and it's eating up our water today. Oh yeah, that's a pretty piece of jasper. Oh yeah, that's a keeper. Might cut a slab to see what's inside, but that'll go in the garden regardless. Just as I say, I'm not taking any porphyry home. I find a nice cool little piece. This is why I have too much of it at home. I always find one that catches my eye that I just want to grab. But I like this little guy. The backside, not so cool. This side's got some nice mineral lines and everything in it. Okay, this one I cleaned off for you guys. It's just too big to even dig out of the rock wall, but that's a beautiful piece of imperial porphyry. A lot of color in it. Way too big to dig out and take home though. I just sprayed off the end of it and it goes pretty deep into that wall. I couldn't even budge that sucker. But nice beautiful example of imperial porphyry. Alright, here's our final little collection out of all the rocks we gathered today that we think have potential. We found a few agates. We're pretty sure this guy is a Jasper agate. I know it's hard to see some of those lines in there, but they haven't been polished yet, haven't been cut yet. But she found a few, nothing really spectacular. A little bit of agate in that guy. And this nice agate I found here needs polishing. It'll come standing out much better afterwards. We've had a few like this now. This cool little piece of banded shirt. Got a lot of design in it. And then some various Jasper banded iron formations. A few cool other pieces that we're not sure about. That's got some agate qualities to it. And that one I'm pretty darn sure is an agate. And then my chunk of iron that I found. And of course, my little piece of copper, the cool find of the day. Got her soaking in a little acid bath right now, cleaning her up. First one ever. And I got the little piece of copper I found soaking in a little mild acid bath. And yep, it's definitely a copper nugget. I think it might turn out cool. I'm just going to leave it like it is. My first one ever. I'm going to keep her on display. Just a proud little find.